As we age, our bodies undergo many changes, some of which are subtle, while others are more noticeable. One of the most significant changes is in how our bodies process nutrients. For older adults, particularly those in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, nutritional needs become more complex, especially when it comes to things like kidney function. The kidneys play a crucial role in filtering out toxins and balancing electrolytes like potassium in our bodies. As we get older, however, our kidneys may not work as efficiently as they once did. This decline in kidney function can make it harder for our bodies to process certain nutrients, and that includes potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that helps regulate blood pressure, fluid balance, and proper muscle and heart function. So, while it's necessary for maintaining good health, it can also be a double-edged sword for seniors. Foods that are high in potassium, such as bananas, avocados, and oranges, can actually become a concern for older adults because, as kidney function declines, the body struggles to rid itself of excess potassium. This can lead to dangerous levels of potassium in the blood, a condition known as hyperkalemia, which can cause serious heart and muscle issues. Now, you might be wondering, why should we care about potassium and how does it affect us? Well, the truth is that potassium levels can be hard to control as we age. Most people don't realize that hyperkalemia can go unnoticed because it doesn't always have immediate symptoms. However, over time, if potassium levels are too high, it can increase the risk of heart arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, and even more severe complications like kidney failure. This is why understanding your potassium intake is critical as you age. For seniors, it's not just about avoiding potassium-rich foods altogether but finding a balance. The good news is, with small, thoughtful adjustments to your diet, you can reduce the risk of potassium buildup without depriving yourself of the nutrients and energy you need. It's about learning which foods are safe, how to incorporate them in the right amounts, and when to adjust your eating habits. Making informed decisions can help maintain a healthy potassium level and support your kidney health. So, as we dive deeper into why potassium-rich foods can be harmful as we age, let's explore how changes in kidney function can affect nutrient processing and how you can make those necessary dietary adjustments to stay healthy. As we get older, our bodies don't always work the way they used to. One of the most significant changes happens in our kidneys. The kidneys are responsible for filtering out waste and balancing fluids in the body, which includes processing potassium. Now, you might not think about potassium too much, but it's crucial for keeping your heart and muscles functioning properly. Potassium helps regulate things like your heart rate, muscle contractions, and nerve signaling. It's essential for life, but for older adults, too much potassium can be a real problem. As we age, kidney function tends to decline. And when that happens, your kidneys aren't as effective at removing excess potassium from your body. This can lead to a condition called hyperkalemia, which is just a fancy term for high potassium levels in the blood. When potassium levels get too high, it can have serious consequences, especially for your heart. Hyperkalemia can lead to dangerous heart arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, and in severe cases, it can be life-threatening. But how does this relate to what you eat? Well, many of the foods that are rich in potassium are also the very ones that seniors love to consume. Bananas, avocados, oranges, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens like spinach. These are all fantastic sources of nutrients, but they're also packed with potassium. When you eat these foods, your body absorbs the potassium, and if your kidneys aren't working as well as they used to, that potassium doesn't get cleared out of your system as efficiently. Imagine that your kidneys are like a filter for your blood, and potassium is like the water passing through. If that filter isn't working well, the water, or potassium, backs up and stays in your body longer than it should. This can lead to a dangerous buildup of potassium that affects the way your heart and muscles function. It might sound alarming, but the good news is that you don't have to give up all your favorite foods. It's about balance and moderation. So, when we talk about potassium-rich foods, we're not saying to completely avoid them. Instead, we're encouraging you to be mindful of how much you're eating, especially if you have any kidney issues or other conditions that can make it harder for your body to process potassium. A little goes a long way when it comes to potassium. For example, a small portion of banana or a slice of avocado might be perfectly fine for many people, but it could be too much for someone with reduced kidney function. A big part of this is learning how to manage your diet so that you can continue enjoying the foods you love, but in a way that helps protect your heart and overall health. You don't have to completely cut out potassium-rich foods, but thinking about when and how much you eat them can make a huge difference. So, next time you're thinking about reaching for that banana or loading up on a big helping of spinach, ask yourself, how is this affecting my body, especially my kidneys? By being mindful of your potassium intake and making a few small adjustments, you can protect your health while still enjoying your meals. Now that we understand how potassium impacts your health, it's time to look at some foods you might need to be a little more mindful of. Don't worry, I'm not suggesting you give up everything you love. It's about balance and small changes that can make a big difference. First up, bananas. They're easy to grab and go, right? But they pack a punch when it comes to potassium, which can be tough on your kidneys as they get older. This doesn't mean you have to completely cut them out of your diet, but you might want to consider having half a banana instead of a whole one. Or, if you're in the mood for something sweet, try swapping it out for apples or berries. These fruits are just as delicious, but they're much gentler on your kidneys. Next, avocados. Who doesn't love that creamy texture? Whether it's on toast, in salads, or as guacamole, avocados are a fan favorite. But just like bananas, they're high in potassium. The good news is you don't have to give them up entirely. Just try using a smaller portion, maybe a quarter or half an avocado instead of the whole thing. That way, you still get to enjoy the flavor without overloading on potassium. Then there's oranges. A glass of fresh orange juice feels refreshing, right? But again, oranges are high in potassium. Instead of pouring a large glass of juice, why not have a small serving or even switch it out with a fruit like apples or pears? They'll give you that same burst of sweetness without the high potassium levels. What about sweet potatoes? I know many people love them, especially because they're packed with nutrients. But unfortunately, they're also high in potassium. No need to completely cut them out, though. You can still enjoy them. Just make sure your portion size is a little smaller. You could even pair them with a low-potassium vegetable like zucchini or carrots to balance things out. That way, you're still getting a wholesome meal without putting too much stress on your kidneys. And don't forget about dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. These are super healthy, full of vitamins, and great for your body. But they also contain a lot of potassium. The trick is not to avoid them, but to reduce the portion size. Instead of filling your plate with a mountain of kale, try adding a small handful to your salad or smoothie. This way, you still get the benefits without overwhelming your kidneys with too much potassium. It's all about moderation. You don't have to cut these foods out completely. The goal is to enjoy them in smaller portions and balance them with lower potassium options. So if you love bananas, have half a one. Craving an avocado? Just use a smaller portion. By making small adjustments like this, you can still enjoy the foods you love without putting your health at risk. Speaking of lower potassium alternatives, fruits like apples, berries, and pears are great options. They're just as tasty but won't overwhelm your kidneys with too much potassium. Next time you want a quick snack or a refreshing fruit, reach for one of these options. Trust me, you won't miss the bananas or oranges. And let's not forget about protein-rich foods. Foods like chicken, fish, and eggs are your friends. They're not only easy on your kidneys, but they also help maintain muscle mass, which becomes really important as we age. So, instead of reaching for a potassium-heavy food, go for something like grilled chicken or baked salmon. Your body will appreciate it, and you'll feel strong and nourished. The bottom line is that you don't have to be perfect. It's about making small, sustainable changes that add up over time. Instead of completely eliminating foods, focus on portion sizes and balancing your meals. By swapping in lower potassium options and being mindful of what you're eating, you can still enjoy delicious meals while protecting your health. Now that we've covered the types of foods you should be mindful of, let's talk about timing. Yes, when you eat your fruits can also make a big difference to how your body digests and processes them. We're all about making things easier on your body, right? So, why not adjust the timing of your fruit intake for maximum benefit? Here's the deal. Eating fruits between meals is a great strategy. Why? Because your stomach isn't full of other foods competing for space and digestion power. This gives your body the space to process the fruit more efficiently, and you get more energy from it. Whether it's a small apple, a handful of berries, or a few slices of melon, Eating fruit when you're not stuffed from your main meal helps your body absorb those nutrients better. Another reason why eating fruit between meals works is that it can boost your energy levels without causing any digestive issues. Sometimes, eating fruit right after a heavy meal can feel like a burden on your stomach, especially if you're older and your digestion isn't as fast as it used to be. But if you eat it in between meals, it'll give you a lighter, more sustained boost of energy throughout the day. But here's something important to remember. Avoid eating fruit late at night. Yes, I know the temptation is real, but eating fruit right before bed can actually interfere with your sleep. Why? Because fruits, especially those that are high in natural sugars like grapes or oranges, can give you a burst of energy, making it harder to fall asleep. If you're someone who enjoys a late-night snack, try to go for something a little lighter, like a handful of almonds or a small portion of yogurt. This timing trick isn't just about making sure you sleep well. It's about helping your digestive system work better. As we age, digestion tends to slow down, so giving it the right amount of time to break down foods before introducing fruits can actually reduce bloating and discomfort. Plus, consuming fruit earlier in the day can prevent the sugar rush from affecting your sleep patterns. You don't have to make drastic changes. Maybe you're used to eating fruit with your breakfast or as a late-night snack. But by simply shifting when you eat fruit, you can give your body a little extra help in processing it. Start by having fruit as a mid-morning or afternoon snack instead of right after a heavy meal or right before bed. And let's not forget that timing your fruit intake can also keep your potassium levels in check. Since potassium is a mineral that needs careful monitoring, consuming fruits between meals helps you manage your intake without overloading your system. Eating fruit at the right time allows you to enjoy the benefits of the fruit without any negative effects on your health. As we grow older, our bodies go through a lot of changes. One of the biggest things we need to pay attention to is our diet, not just for weight management, but for overall health, especially when we have specific conditions like kidney disease or diabetes. So, how do we make sure we're eating in a way that works best for us as we age? The answer is simple: personalized meal plans. You might be wondering, what's so special about a personalized meal plan? Well, just like how our bodies are unique, our nutritional needs are too. What worked for you in your 40s or 50s might not be the best choice anymore. As we age, our nutritional needs change, and so does our ability to process certain foods. For instance, people with kidney disease need to watch their potassium levels carefully, while those with diabetes may need to monitor their sugar intake. That's why having a personalized meal plan is so crucial. It's not about restricting what you love. It's about adjusting your meals to match your body's needs. When you work with a doctor or a nutritionist to design a meal plan, they'll look at your health history, your current health conditions, and even your food preferences. A personalized plan ensures that your meals are nutrient-dense, but also easy for your body to process. It's all about finding that perfect balance, where you can nourish your body without worrying about health complications down the line. Let's take a look at an example. Meet Sophia, a 75-year-old woman who was recently diagnosed with mild kidney disease. Her doctor recommended that she cut down on potassium-rich foods because her kidneys were having trouble processing it. Instead of eliminating foods like bananas or oranges entirely, Sophia worked with a dietitian to find a balance that worked for her. Now, her breakfast looks a little different. She swapped out her usual banana and orange juice for a delicious bowl of oatmeal topped with blueberries and a dollop of Greek yogurt. For lunch, she enjoys grilled chicken with a fresh salad made of lettuce, cucumbers, and a light vinaigrette. And for dinner, Sophia loves her baked salmon with steamed green beans and a side of rice. These simple changes don't just help reduce her potassium intake, they make her meals more varied, flavorful, and enjoyable. So, if you're thinking about creating your own meal plan, start small. It's not about giving up your favorite foods. It's about learning how to modify them so they're better for your health. For example, you can reduce portion sizes of high-potassium foods instead of cutting them out completely. If you love sweet potatoes, try having half a portion alongside a low-potassium vegetable like zucchini. You can also focus on incorporating protein-rich foods that are gentle on the kidneys, like skinless chicken breasts, eggs, or fish like salmon and cod. These foods not only provide essential nutrients, but they're also great for maintaining muscle mass, which is important as we age. A personalized meal plan isn't about rigid rules or restrictions. It's about empowerment. giving you the tools to nourish your body in the best possible way. By consulting healthcare professionals, you can build a plan that supports your health and ensures you still get to enjoy the foods you love. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about balance, adjustments, and listening to your body. As we age, making big changes all at once can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. When it comes to improving your health, small steps can lead to big gains. You don't have to make a complete overhaul of your diet overnight. It's about taking one small step at a time and letting your body adjust. These small changes, when made consistently, can have a huge impact on your overall well-being. For seniors, making gradual changes is key. Think about it. Rather than trying to change everything at once, start with one meal. Maybe it's swapping out a high-potassium fruit for a lower-potassium option. Or perhaps it's introducing more variety into your meals, like adding in more vegetables or lean proteins. The goal here is to make those small, manageable changes that don't feel like too much at once but build up over time to improve your health. Start by taking a closer look at what's on your plate. Are there certain foods that you know might be too high in potassium? For example, bananas, avocados, oranges, or sweet potatoes. It's not about cutting them out completely, it's about moderation. Enjoy them, but maybe in smaller portions. You can still have your favorite foods, just in a way that works better for your body. Now, here's a tip. As you make these small changes, think about incorporating healthier alternatives into your meals. For instance, instead of reaching for a high-potassium fruit like a banana, try an apple, berries, or pears. These fruits still give you the sweetness and satisfaction you crave but are much lower in potassium. And the best part? These small swaps won't just benefit your potassium levels. They'll also help with overall health. Apples, berries, and pears are full of fiber, which is great for digestion, and they're also packed with antioxidants that support your immune system. Another helpful step in making small but effective changes is to create a list of foods that you can enjoy in moderation and those that you should limit. Keep this list handy, maybe on your fridge or in your grocery bag. That way, when you're shopping or planning your meals, you'll always have a reminder of what's best for your body. It's a simple but effective way to keep yourself on track. Finally, don't forget the importance of regular doctor visits. These checkups are a key part of staying on top of your health. Your doctor can help monitor things like kidney function and potassium levels, making sure that the changes you're making are actually helping. They can also offer more specific guidance about what you should be eating based on your health needs. The truth is, it's not about being perfect. It's about progress. With every small choice you make, whether it's swapping out a high-potassium food or introducing more variety into your meals, you're investing in a healthier, more vibrant future. These small steps may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they will add up. And before you know it, you'll feel better, have more energy, and be in control of your health. So remember, it's not about making drastic changes. It's about gradual improvements that work for your body. And every step, no matter how small, is a step toward a stronger, healthier you. As we've discussed throughout this video, making thoughtful, small adjustments to your diet can have a huge impact on your health and well-being. It's about taking control of your nutrition, finding a balance that works for your body, and making choices that support your health as you age. And the best part? These gradual changes don't just help with potassium levels. They improve your overall quality of life. The goal isn't perfection. It's progress. With each step you take, whether it's replacing a high-potassium food with a safer alternative or incorporating more variety into your meals, you're building a healthier future. Over time, these little changes will add up, and you'll start feeling the benefits. More energy, better digestion, improved health, and ultimately, the ability to enjoy life more fully. It's all about staying proactive. The earlier you start making these small changes, the better. The key is to keep going one day at a time. And remember, this journey is about you. It's about empowering yourself to take charge of your health, live longer, and enjoy every moment. Before we wrap up, don't forget to share this video with your friends, family, or anyone else who might find it helpful. We all have someone in our lives who could benefit from a little advice about maintaining healthy potassium levels and staying energized as we age. Also, if you found any tips helpful, comment below with what you plan to implement in your own routine. And of course, Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips to help you live a healthier, happier life. So, here's to your health and happiness. With small changes, you'll feel your best for many years to come. Stay proactive, stay empowered, and keep making those smart choices for your well-being.